Hello, Music Technology. I'm here to go over some instrument building for our series of projects that are going to be about studio recording techniques that we're going to do at home. So you need an instrument that you can record. I posted a video with a link to a page that has a whole lot of options, and so I built some of these options so that you can see them. So you're going to need an instrument that can make at least two different sounds because we're going to be recording these instruments in a couple of days. So I've got my microphone hooked up. You will probably be using your phone, which is fine. Mics are pretty good. So this is instrument number one. This is two rubber bands around a cardboard box. The cardboard box is hollow and acts as a resonator to amplify the sound of the rubber bands. And so I've got two rubber bands. And I can pluck each one and get two different notes that way. So there's option one. Cardboard is the cardboard needs to be very strong, so something kind of easily crumpled like a tissue box or thinner cardboard won't work. This is a pretty sturdy cardboard box. And if you close off the top, you get more resonance because the sound, resonance is when sound bounces around inside something. And so you want this hollow object with a hole there. I took a little bit of trouble this morning and built a fancier version. So I had a styrofoam box, which is much more resonant because it is harder and stronger, but less dense. And I took a piece of cardboard. This was a hollow top box. I cut a hole in a piece of cardboard like a guitar. I got a couple of Sharpies and two rubber bands here. And so this has two notes as well. And I can adjust which notes it plays by moving these two Sharpies. If I move them further away, the notes go down. Right? So a little bit more resonant. You can hear when I pluck the rubber band, the sound lasts longer on this one. Right? So a more resonant object will give you longer sustain. So these are two options for the rubber band guitar. Next, a cardboard tube. This cardboard tube was the inside of a roll of aluminum foil. And it's pretty narrow in diameter. Again, if you're going to use cardboard, it needs to be pretty sturdy cardboard. Like, you couldn't build this out of, say, the cardboard in the middle of a paper towel roll. It's not strong enough. But this is pretty strong. And this, I taped a manila folder as a cone on the end of the tube. So this is, if you watch the World Cup or soccer, this instrument is called a vuvuzela. And you buzz your lips into it like a trumpet. It's basically a trumpet. And so you play like this. And as you tighten your muscles in your face, you get higher and lower notes. And so it's very directional. If I play over this way versus at the mic, it's going to sound really, really different. So lots of different sounds out of this one, but this is a tube trumpet, pretty easy to make if you have the right cardboard tube. Then I have two versions, I'm realizing one is over there, of bottles, and I put some fluid in here to make sure that they play notes that sound good together. So there's one version, and another version with larger bottles that I did not tape together. We got two larger bottles, so I can get these two notes. Right? And the way you get that sound is by blowing across the opening of the bottle. And sometimes you have to adjust the angle. So I've got four possible notes here. It's got a nice bass frequency on the big bottle. So those are all options for instruments that you can make at home to record. And then we're going to talk about how to record them and where. I'm here at my piano because I was recording other videos, but this is we'll talk about resonant spaces, we'll talk about microphone placement, all that kind of stuff. But for today, what you need to do is make yourself an instrument that can make at least two different notes. There are also like different drums you can make. And right now, because everyone's kind of stuck at home, there are a lot of materials available, especially in like recycling areas. If you're gonna use bottles that you yourself did not drink out of, make sure you wash them real good because that's gross. And the best thing to do is to like finding good cardboard these days is really really simple. And if you wanted to use the styrofoam box, most grocery stores have styrofoam boxes like that because that's how a lot of seafood and frozen food gets shipped, and then they just throw it away sometimes at the end of the week. I know there's a grocery store. I live in Sunnyside, Woodside, and there's a grocery store on Greenpoint Avenue over here that gets rid of styrofoam boxes all the time. They're pretty easy to come by. Rubber bands as well. You can get those things everywhere. So build yourself a musical instrument, and we're going to talk about how to record them, and we're going to process the sounds and talk about a whole lot of aspects of how recording studios work, but you need an instrument to record. So send me any questions through Jupiter, and stay safe out there. Bye-bye.